people, if you're installing light fixtures, managing a lighting project, or living with lighting and controls products as an occupant, you know that sometimes things don't always go as planned, and sometimes we need to exercise the product warranty. Sometimes as lighting people or even as consumers, we know that warranty claims can be smooth and pleasant, and other times they can be a major headache or even a major disaster from time to time. Well, there's one organization in our industry, the National Lighting Bureau, that has taken steps to put together a program to make sure that specifiers and other people who recommend or even purchase light fixtures can do so with increased confidence. And today we're pleased to be joined by the Executive Director of the National Lighting Bureau, Randy Reid. Yes, that Randy Reid. So Randy, hello, and thank you for joining us today for 5 big questions.
Well, Al, thank you so much for having me. My organization, the NLB, is very excited to be here, and I personally am excited to be here. So thank you.
Well, Randy, so glad to have you. It's good to catch up with you. So this NLB, I think a lot of people know you folks and know what you do, but there are some who might not. So for those uninitiated, what is the NLB and why is it important?
Sure. Well, we've been around since 1976, and we got our start during the energy crisis when end users were pulling out 2 of their 4 lamps, or they were pulling out every other fixture. So the NLB was created primarily by the lamp companies to try to educate end users. There are a lot of great ways to save energy without turning off every other fixture or removing every other lamp. So that's how we got started. And today our mission still pretty much is education. We're here to educate the user specifically on the features and benefits and on high benefit lighting.
It's a good mission. It's a great organization with some good people involved in it as well. And a year and a half, 2 years ago, you folks launched this program called the Trusted Warranty Evaluation Program. And want to learn more about that. What's your best elevator speech, a concise description about what the Trusted Warranty Program is?
Sure. So we started in 2019. It took us a year to put it together. We had to get it past the attorneys to make sure we had everything approved. But we launched it, unfortunately, around March of 2020, which was not a great time to launch a program. But basically what we're doing is we are offering an audit to luminaire manufacturers or component driver manufacturers as well, to audit their warranty program. And what we're looking for is to make sure that they have an honest warranty program and a well-managed warranty program. And then we give it our seal of approval for the industry to know that you can trust this particular company's warranty. And the reason we did it, Al, is we had heard of lots of horror stories of companies not honoring their warranties. New companies, old companies that were making users jump through hoops to get things done. And we just thought there are many companies that are really doing it right and ethical. Let's recognize those companies. And that's what we did.
Makes sense. And yeah, it makes sense to also have standards across the board that big and small companies alike should adhere to in order to deliver that good post-sale warranty service and an insurance policy too. And when you describe what you just described, I can see how a small company that maybe hasn't been around as long as some of the big names in our industry would really benefit from such a thing. But when I look at some of the partners in this trusted warranty program, there's also some really big recognizable names. So what's in it for the big company? Why would the big company who already has a good reputation want to become part of the trusted warranty program?
Well, that's a great question, Al, and I really appreciate the question because we are soliciting big companies as well as small companies. If you think about a big company, a lot of people may think of a bureaucratic process, of a laborious process, of an automated attendant that they've got to get through, of 10 forms that they've got to fill out. And most of the companies that we've looked at, that's really not true. The big companies have really expedited their process and they're very friendly processes. So what we can do is we can help the big company gain the recognition that a third party, a disinterested party, a nonprofit has evaluated their warranty program and it is user friendly and they do exactly what they say they're going to do. So we do think it is important for big companies as well as small companies. And to your point, we do have several big companies. We also have some startup companies because startup companies, nobody really knows their warranty process. So again, we're going to audit it. And in that case, we're looking for warranty insurance. So again, if it is a new company, you can still be rest assured that they will take care of their warranty.
Right, that makes sense. I know sometimes I hear lighting people say, you know, why would you trust a company with a 10-year warranty when they've only been in business for 3 years? But that point you just made kind of puts that to rest and helps those smaller startups, which actually drive a lot of the innovation in our industry, help them come to fruition as well.
We didn't want to penalize those small companies. So we worked hard to make sure that we did not.
For sure. And there, when I looked at the checklist of things that you folks evaluate, it's quite comprehensive. And actually, you know, as I look at it with a critical eye, it's hard to come up with something you folks missed. So it was really a nice list of criteria you folks put together. When you look at that list, what do you consider to be the hardest aspects of it? What are the toughest hoops to jump through for the manufacturers to gain their accreditation?
Can I tell you, it was like making sausage, putting it together. It was really, really hard because we had so many inputs, but we all came together, we had consensus, and it passed the lawyers. So we are very proud of having an all-encompassing program. But I would tell you the two, probably the toughest ones, is that we are going to audit 3 individual warranties. So 3 individual warranties in the past 12 months from start to finish, okay? And it's a deep dive on each one of those. And then another thing we do that's somewhat tough, if a company has decided we're going to offer a 7-year warranty on this product, specific product, we want to know why. What data did you use? What research have you done on that product to know that it justifies a 7-year warranty? What kind of testing have you done? And we want to see that. Now, let me point out to you something that's very, very important. We at the NLB never see the results of the audit. All we get is a pass-fail. So the first thing the auditor does is he signs a non-disclosure with that OEM that he will not disclose any of the details. And if a company fails, we don't know why they fail. And if a company misses 1 or 2 items, but they still pass, we don't know which 1 or 2 items. We just know whether they pass or whether they fail. So OEMs should know that their data, their information, their process, it is confidential.
And the auditor tells the manufacturer what specific areas were not sufficient, correct? Or is the manufacturer learns? Yeah,
yes,
okay.
yes, the auditor will have a deep discussion with them and they will know, but they will not discuss it with the executive director, nor will they discuss it with the board or anyone with the NLB.
Great. Yeah. And in this industry and in most industries, yeah, confidentiality is one of the important things. So you folks being impartial and keeping it confidential is a key attribute as well. So thank you for that explanation. And when you think about, you know, go down the road 1 year, 5 years, 10 years down the road, when this trusted warranty program is widely used and adopted, what are you folks doing now to help drive that adoption? Because in my opinion, it might come down to a lot of the, you know, the distributors and specifier types that are really asking and demanding or requesting that that products used on various projects are part of this program. So how are you driving that type of demand?
It's a great point. And it is kind of a chicken and an egg thing, but the distributors and the specifiers and the contractors are key to it, but probably beginning next year. In 2021, we're working hard to get as many OEMs qualified as possible, because if a specifier specifies it and no one qualifies, what good is it? Now, to your point, we have worked with the electrical distributor. We've done a few interviews with them. We've worked with Naumco with their LM&M magazine. We just had an interview with them. We have worked with Leadvance, just published a video to promote it. And many other companies have published their press releases as well. And then we really appreciate Inside Lighting picking this up as well. So we're working hard to get the name out there to help educate people on the process. But 2021, we plan to be the year of the OEM. And then 2022, we'll hit the specifiers and the electrical contractors. Now, I must tell you, electrical contractors, NECA is part of our organization. They help to write the program. IBEW, they're part of our organization. They helped write the program. Naumco, part of our organization. They helped write it. GSA, part of our organization. They helped write it. So we do think it will have those legs once we're ready to concentrate on that phase. But this year it's the OEMs, and then also Light Fair. The whole plan was to present this in 2020 at Leducation in March and at Light Fair. And that's how we were rolling it out, person to person, selling to people. And of course, that didn't happen. And Leducation didn't happen this year. We hope Light Fair will happen because we do have a booth and we do plan to educate the people that are there on the program.
Well, that's awesome. I can see how it benefits all the stakeholders, whether it's an installer, a buyer, a specifier, an end user, or the manufacturer. So Randy, learned a lot, really excited about the program. Hope it continues to gain the momentum that we've already seen in its infancy. And thank you for joining us today for 5 Big Questions.
Well, thank you, Al, for having me. And thank you and congratulations to you on Inside Lighting and the success that you're having.
Hey there, we really enjoyed that discussion. We hope that you did as well. Be sure to click that big LED logo next to me, and what that'll do is subscribe you to our YouTube channel so you don't miss the next 5 Big Questions interview. And YouTube subscribers always receive an early preview to the next interview before we even post it on the Inside Lighting website. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.